Okay, I'm back. We're going to take a quick tour of my phone, and I think this will convey how much that I don't want to talk to you. If you're getting a quick response on a text, you can see what I have here. That doesn't look very inviting, and there's a reason for that. And I don't want to get too far into the phone. Anytime I give out any specs, that tends to just see what the battery is and what's running. Got the cell standby. I have no idea what that is. Cell standby, 2 hours and 60 minutes. So what's happening uh, in the big picture, or small picture, whichever one you want to call it, is that about 7 times in the past week, I've gotten an alert on my phone that says that I'm exceeding a data limit, which is really unusual because I don't use the phone except for to call my doctor in the pharmacy and my ex and my sister when I can. I'm usually really, really busy. So I'm not sure what the cell standby means. So let's go cell phone, Google storage, and then device idle, time on. Okay, I'm not really familiar with this operating system. Like Wi-Fi, 3%. So the battery, it's breaking down what the battery does. And I've noticed a pattern that if I need to recharge, let's say, um, this Apple phone, which is now just basically being used as an iPod because they don't make new operating systems for the sorry about the shaky camera. Imagine people pay so much money to see a shaky camera in a movie, but it's probably really annoying when you're actually trying to. Okay, so I've got the PUK lock on here, and when this phone charge hits about 20%, I've noticed that other people will plug in their phone, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but let's see if I have access here with my locked PUK. It's real. Well, we call it, we don't call it Wi-Fi. I don't call it Wi-Fi. Some do. I assure you it's not Wi-Fi. Movies. Ah, okay. Yeah, I got a movie on. Oh, the movies. Okay, now, music. So I am with a locked SIM and a locked PUK. Def Leppard. And the Grammy Awards nominees. Best of the week. But I digress. Back to what I was looking at before. Is that a giant eyeball? Ooh, I don't like giant eyeballs. Okay, so I'm done with this. We'll see what happens when that one hits 20% charge. And then go here, and then let's get the information about this phone. Okay, I've named the phone Sherry only. Keep out. That's a kind of I guess what a lot of people would say is a non-invitation. It is a non-consensual process if you are wanting to share or siphon any type of minutes off of my unlimited data plan that seems to run out of a data upload download immediately. And we've got a serial number, model number. Okay, and then the Android version. This is what I want to look up. I think it's Kit Kat, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to check that out real quick. So let me put this on. It's like I feel so important. I feel almost like Oprah because now and I love Oprah, of course. Now, who doesn't really, unless you're a predator? Now I'm going to put this back on Oprah style, like like I have, like a clip-on mic, man. Okay, that's pretty freaking cool. And look, I'm going to even do that Oprah. Okay, back off, man. Back off. The Oprah back off hand. You can talk to the hand. You can write it on the hand because the face ain't listening. And I don't have the same video equipment, which in a way for me is good because we're gonna see what I can do with my limited resources. And well, okay, let's see. I don't know how limited they are. Some will say that my tech setup is approximately 10 years ahead. Now, exactly what that means, I don't know, but I do know that I already know certain products are not usable. For instance, we need to get rid of the DV, what do they call it? DRM. I think it's recording TV shows to watch later because people are abusing that. And now this is where it may get technical. Like I said, it's hard for me to know, what a certain person's tech level is. I assume many of the 2 or 3 people who will view this video legally, meaning I'm not actually live streaming, many of the people will understand, but there's some really interesting things going on here. First of all, that recursion that I got. Secondly, I forgot what secondly was. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up what version of Android I have. I think I said, let's see what KitKat is. I never, ever, ever search from the address bar. And I guess you'd really have to go back, to when they first did that and see how the tech community felt about it. You don't see a lot now. It was kind of like either you're on board, understanding not to search from the actual search bar. That's Omni. And then I prefer to use just this, which is still, I've changed some settings on my computer, but I'm not going to talk about those because it's kind of like, it's kind of like like I was talking about before. It's kind of like the rope, the only weapon I carry. I'm a non-violent pacifist, as evidenced by the fact that I have actually read the entire 3-volume autobiography of Bertrand Russell. Everybody loves Bertrand Russell, but they don't necessarily like to read his books. They are long, they are beautiful, and I am so happy, that I read that when I was younger. He talks a lot about his personal life and what it was like for him during his youth. And, in the springtime, the young man becomes, amorous. And he said he hated it. He said he spent most of his this is how normal and healthy a person can be, is to be able to speak about that frankly without being disgusting. He just said, I couldn't think about anything else but girls. Amazing, isn't it? Bertrand Russell. How do I know? I read all 3 volumes of his autobiography, and it is delightful. He talks about math, philosophy, all kinds of stuff. And I would recommend it if you have, if you have time. So let's look up this version of KitKat, and then that's as far as I'm going to go on this one. Or if it is KitKat, I think it is KitKat Android. It's got, let's see, Android 4.4.2. You can download it. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can do it. Okay, I'm a little confused. We've got the API, and I do work a lot with the API files, but I think it's a valid version, but I'm not sure. It's not reversioned, which is a good sign. Oh, by the way, okay, when a computer wants to give you information about its current state, and this is my printer, and for some reason it's got a password on it. I don't know. And this is what we a lot of us don't call Wi-Fi, because if you look, there's nothing. There's no signal. That's not. Oh, and in here you've got one bar. That's not really Wi-Fi, I don't think. In fact, I know it's not. So I did what I set out to do, which was to find out what is the exact operating system on, let's see, contacts, all contacts. And I keep showing up in my own contact list. Oh, here we go. Now I'm getting a little upset again. I don't want to use the Whiz. The Whiz comes on a lot of devices, but I usually remove it. I'm going to hit the Samsung Touch Whiz Easy Home. It's not easy. It's not an easy home. So just once, I get it off there and then it comes right back on. And let's see if I okay, once again, okay, it says me. It's got my phone number. It's got, who in the heck is that? Who in the heck is that? Who in the who is that? It's the Institute of Internal Auditors. That's a group that I belong to. And then for some reason, even though there's no F in any part of my name or email address, I'm listed under F. And for some reason, no, I'm listed under. Oh, okay, I'm listed under me, and then F is for Mick Fleetwood, and then I or T is for the International Institute of Internal Auditors. Because when you want to go around and fuck someone over with an identity theft, of course the perfect target is going to be someone who's involved with internal audits. Yeah, for years, or a compliance officer for Medicare, former of course, or someone who maybe they died and came back to life. Near death experience, who knows? Someone who's really seen a lot, more than they want. Anyway, so I've got these three on here. That'd be me with, I don't have any little picture of myself there, but just this one's the one I really like to just focus right on. I've been a part of this group here. We'll go into the Chrome well, we think it's Chrome browser. Let me see if you can really see that. And I follow them. And then, I'm in G+. Okay, well, anyway, we got apparently I'm running KitKat, so I'm going to try to learn how to do a live stream here. All right, out.